Spirit Talker, Spoken Wisdom. I'm going to try to explain the daddy-daughter dance, the mother-son dance. See, as dad and son, they don't fast dance out in the yard. Dad is teaching them how to be tough, strong, how to provide, how to be a man outside the home, the house, outside the house. He is trying to teach them how to be a man. So there's no dancing there. And a lot of times that is a tough stage. There ain't no love in that stage. Dad raising a son to be a man, there's no love in that stage. And vice versa, when it comes to a mother and her daughter, she's raising a woman in that stage. It ain't no love in that stage. She being tough with her, strong, showing her she got to be self-sufficient, independent, self-serving. She got to know how to be a strong woman. She can't rely on no man. She don't need no man. She should never ask God for a man. Okay, at the end of the day, she asked God for a gentleman. But she's gonna have to learn how to do this stuff on her own. So it ain't no love in that stage. So the man and woman stage, raising our children, we don't have no love in that stage. But when we start treating them like a lady and a gentleman, and that's the daddy-daughter dance, when he's taking his daughter out, he's showing her how to be treated and loved and respected. And open a door for her, pulling a chair out, listening to her, talking to her. And this is a stage that a mental and emotional connection that we're trying to establish with our children. Mom doing the same thing with her son. You know, he's opening the door for mom. He's pulling a chair out for mom. He's being a little gentleman. And that's where he's saying, this is how you're going to treat somebody when you love them, son. This is how you're going to treat them. And the dad telling his daughter, this is how you're going to be treated when somebody loves you. It's not, we don't want our kids in a man stage or woman stage. I don't know why marriage is even legal. A marriage should not be between a man and a woman. That's when we learning our own independence, independent from our family, learning how to be ourselves. We're not ready to commit to someone else because we're not committed to ourselves yet. We don't know ourselves. The man and woman date to find out who they are because of the other person coming in their life. A lady and gentleman, they commit because, see, me as a man dating this woman, I like who she brought out in me. I like the gentleman in me. I want to commit to that gentleman. I like him. And if she acts this way and I'm act this way, if the way she's acting makes me act like a gentleman, I want to marry him. So I will marry her to lock him in. And hopefully she likes what I bring out in her, make her feel like that lady. Okay? She know I'm going to be a good parent. I'm going to be a good provider. I'm going to be I'm going to protect both of them. Providing mentally, emotionally, and physically, materialistically, all that. Parent any child of God, not just my child that she had, any child before me. Okay, so, you know, these are the things, and we got to understand, and, you know, we really got to understand what we teach our children. We got to identify that and really point that out to them and let them know, because I think right now our children are lost. We are stuck in our man stage and woman stage. We know the difference, but we don't call ourselves a lady and a gentleman. We know the difference. Okay? The lady and a gentleman is a child of God. A man and a woman is a child of man. That's why they marry them. That's why marriage is between a man and a woman. That is a child of man. Man don't even want you to live as a child of God. You ain't gonna make it into heaven unless you live as a child of God. I hope that makes sense. You ain't gonna let a man and woman inside your home. If a male come to your house, how should he come in your home? Like a man or a gentleman? Most would say a gentleman. If a female comes to your house, how should she come in your home? Like a woman or a lady? Most would say a lady. So if you ain't gonna let no man and woman inside your home, do you think God gonna let a man and woman inside heaven? No. Only marriage on earth, society marriage, allows man and woman to occupy what? A trap house? A trap house? That's why marriage is such a failure in the United States, because guess what? It's between a man and a woman. Then they get mad when two men want to get married or two women want to get married. None of the marriage are blessed by God. None of them. God don't care about a man and a woman, because you do why not let a man and woman in your home. That is our boots. That is our shitty boots that we go through life until we learn who we are as a lady and a gentleman. If you can't understand, you can't mix the two. You cannot mix, you cannot give commitment in a dating stage. You'll be trapped in that shit. You'll be trapped in that shit. If you give commitment benefits in a dating stage, that's a trap house. You only commit to the lady and a gentleman stage. You may show and demonstrate what you can do and how you can keep a house, turn a house into a home. But you don't do that shit for no 5 years unless they marry you as a lady and a gentleman. And that will be honored by the eyes of God, not a marriage between a man and a woman. You got to understand, God allowed you to accept a man's last name because he gave you his first name. And he wants you to accept it in the honor of a gentleman, honor his 3 P's. So to truly know what them 3 P's are, that you know your 10% man in you, how many kids are you planning on having? What is your future plans? Do you want what size house do you want to turn into a home? Okay? Where do you want your children, not your children, where do you want God's children? What do you want for God's children? What is your purpose? And make sure that's within the man, 10% man that you have. So when that man comes in your life, to be the complete man, because he's 90%. Once he masters the man in you, then he becomes 100%. There ain't no such thing as 100% man. Once he gets that 100, once he masters that 10 in you, he become a G, a gentleman. He learns that really the master, the man in you is not a physical thing. It's a mental and emotional thing. His man is physical. He suppresses mental, emotional. But when he learned to convert that over to go into your mental and your emotional of your man, he'll fulfill you. Then he become 100%. And that's a gentleman. You should never call a gentleman a man. That is disrespectful. No different than a gentleman should never call a lady a woman. That is straight calling somebody a bitch. You understand that? It is beneath a lady to be called a woman. She left that stage many times ago. You got to understand that. You got to understand the behaviors of a lady and the behaviors of the gentleman. What's different between a woman and a lady? And a man and a gentleman? So a man chases after things. A gentleman waits for it to choose him, to select him. A man, that's why a man is all over the place, because he's chasing everything. A woman wants to be chased. A lady chooses what's worthy of her mentally and emotionally. She goes out there and finds what's worthy of her. She don't wait for it to find her. If a man finds you, he gonna find you for the physical. He gonna put your P above your mental and your emotional. He will suppress that. You don't want that. So understand, never allow a male to pick you out, because if he picks you out, it's a man picking you out for the physical. A gentleman, he learns patience. He displays himself in front of a number of females. He prays to God. That's just the lady inside there that sees him from a mental and emotional perspective. The physical reward, the gentleman knows never to tread in heaven with the fuckery of a man. To go inside heaven's gates and fuck inside heaven is a sin in the eyes of God. God wants his daughter to receive love. Only a gentleman will make love, not a man. A man loves himself. Isn't that the devil? A gentleman loves something greater than himself. And that's the goddess on earth that bears the child of God. Man is nothing but a babysitter of God's children, protectors, providers, and parents, while the mother nurtures that child. She bears that child. That child ate from her feed. The flesh inside of her female came from her womb, the womb of her woman. That's why she carried the initials G. She is a goddess in the eyes of God, and we should see her the same. And until we do, we are lost creatures. I don't care what they've written. I don't care if my words don't match what the Bible says. Come on, people. Are you that damn program? You hear me? They couldn't tell you Jesus was white. Okay? And that is, come on. And look, like in the court of law, if it came from a poisonous tree, then it's all poisonous. Okay? If it came from a lie, then guess what? It's all a lie. Guess what? God can talk to you, and he talked to you. When I have many videos, many years ago. God can talk to you in the book of the devil. He can. In certain parts of that book, he going to highlight that's going to mean something to you. It may not mean the same to me or the other 10 people around you, but it's something where whatever you sense about it, that's God highlighting something that's going to go in your life, happening, whatever. He wants you to pay attention. Yes, God can talk to you in the Bible. Don't believe everything you read. Believe what you sense, not what you just read. Man has lied to you. And if you cannot be honest about that, do you think God gonna let you inside heaven? If you gonna make it excuses for somebody's lie, that's a sin. Don't take another man's sin into heaven. It'll get your ass kicked out. Denounce everything. I only believe what God shows me. I'll listen to everything. Whatever God want me to take from it, I take from it. I don't believe everything. I am not boo-boo the fool. If you believe everything that man has said to you, you are boo-boo the fool. Trust me. Have a blessed day.